Hey guys, it's me, and I planned on doing this one live here on YouTube and then link it to the Facebook page when it was done and share it. But I'm tired, so I'll probably do this in different steps, but it'll be like a split second in between the videos because right now it's dark. I more or less will finish it. Now you guys know, if you're on my Facebook page, I told you what was coming next. I will be doing the cruise, and oh my god, my son and allergies, and my daughter and allergies. She's been sick. But I wanted to do my Easter, and I'm hoping I did the, if not, I'll have to print it real quick, of my garage door, and I don't think I did. So you guys know I was Peter Cottontail. I decided to add it to my collection of characters for the neighborhood. Me giving back. You're going to see me show how to make these flowers here. A lot of you guys have them out there, but I'm going to show you how to make it on the Brother Design and Cut and or the Brother Scan and Cut. But they're basic designs that you can create into it, and that's kind of the thing that I enjoyed. But of course, that is me being Peter Cottontail. These are the only two big ones. I may make one. I'll probably make one about this big, and that one's the one I need to do now. But I printed off a lot of the pictures and tinier because I'm going to try to work it in to one page, but I very much doubt it because of all the little ones. So, again, you can see all the little pictures. So I'll probably do it into a 2-page set. What my garage door said, and I'll see if I can pull that out. I thought I printed it. It says the title of it, because I use my garage door as an advertisement in addition to my flyer. I do have my flyer, which I will put into this in a pocket, because I always try to put hidden pieces. But I will be putting that into a pocket, my letter, that because I drop it off in the bunny outfit or Rudolph for Christmas. So let me pull that up because I'll show you what, if you guys didn't see it, I actually shared this in a video. You can go back probably about a month. So let me see if I can pull it up. It might actually be, see, I'm scrolling through because I don't think you guys need to see this stuff. I need to go through and get rid of some old stuff. Okay, so those are the pictures from Easter. Where's my garage door? Here it is. You guys saw, if you didn't, there's a video on this. I wanted to print this, but I don't want to make it full size. So the title of the scrapbooking page is going to be Hop On Over. And again, my flyer will say that I just need to take that picture, and I use live collage if you guys are wondering. So this kind of be a little bit of a lesson on it. So if you ever see my images, my personal cut images, I actually use that. So I'm going to go, no, to this one. It's a basic, and it'll print a 4x6 unless I convert it over. So I am going to try to flip through as soon as it pops up. And I'm tired, so just so you know, I may not get to a lot of this tonight, but it'll be, once again, a split second for you guys. I actually got some images for everybody on the page, so come on. There, come on. I know I probably showed my yard. I think I did. I really need to go through some of this old stuff. I need to do the daily thing of getting rid of stuff because I have so much on here. Way too much crap. Projects I've done, images I've kept. I try to keep all that to the Facebook page. Coupons, old coupons and stuff. You know what? I'm probably just going to have to go in to the, and that was a Facebook page. I'll just put it under favorites here, which is the heart. Then I'll go back in and I will change the all. Go to favorites. Some old pictures. How's those favorites? Way too many. I'm just worried about maybe something my daughter took pictures of. Pop up. go. Those are Easter. There's my garage one. So if you can see it, it'll pull up that size, but I want to make it smaller. I don't want to make it the size of the other ones, but I want to make it decently sized, and I'm going to save it. I always said I was going to show y'all how I do this, so I'm going to go back into pictures. Flip it all the way down to the bottom, which it would have saved. And then I'm going to print it. I have a wireless. Now, if I were to convert it to a saved PDF to books, iBooks, it would actually make it more of a paper size. But it automatically, for mine, prints it. Now, these images I got to the left, you'll be able to find on my Facebook page. So while that's printing, I'm going to get to the basics of the layouts, two-page layout that I'm doing. Obviously, I can put the pictures aside for now. I did pull out some things, and these are some older things, some Michael tags. So I'll probably attach these. These are fabric, but I got to be careful. I'll have to use a permanent marker. These are just one of those dollar things for 6 pieces. So I'm going to stick those over. Those are details. I found me some tickets. Now, whether or not I use those, I don't know, but I thought it would be kind of cool to put it to the side. And then 10 things I adore about you, which I thought would be cute for the side of it. I did pull out some pictures for Easter, or paper for Easter. And I have the eggs on this side, and if I want to use it, I have the print on the back. At the same time, I pulled out one of the borders because there's no point in using it as a whole. I'll probably slice it up into 12 by 3s or 12 by 4s. And if I'm not quite sure, I pulled that one just in case. Now, I do have this paper here. Now, I have lots of alphas, but I was looking at the color coordination, and this is my metallic. You can see the shine off of it. I'm very particular about using my metallic or my foil or my printed or printed foil or printed metallic or my glitter or my chunky glitter, my fine glitter, my textured paper. I'm very particular about it. If you go back to, I don't know, a year or two ago, I did patterns and designs books with graphic 45, so I had some left over with that. So I'm going to use this on my scan and cut, or my design and cut over here, and after I do some work on this, I'm going to end up cleaning my mat. So this one for now I'm going to put over, only because I don't know if I'm going to use it. I kind of like leaving it with this. At the same time, I did pull my Easter box, which I'm very thin on Easter. There's a couple other months that I need to, Valentine's Day and love I need to do. So I was looking at some of the stuff that I have. So I'm going to pull these out just in case, and I definitely believe I'm going to use these bunnies. This other stuff in here, I very much doubt it. Unless I use these particular bunnies, and I don't know if I will. I also have these bunnies. I have some bigger Easter eggs, but again, I want to make sure that I color coordinate. But you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll work it in. I could use this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save that for when my kids are younger. So I do have some stuff. This coordinates with some paper. So I have those to use for more details for the layout. I'm telling you, I'm tired. So I need to see if I have any paper here that I already have out. And I may just use this for the background. Because I really think it's adorable. And I keep looking at that metallic paper because I really like that too. And I have white here. And I might just go ahead and use a neutral white. At the same time, no, that won't work. I have some basic paper that I leave over here. Otherwise, I have to go, and you're shaking here. I have to go over to my bins. I believe I have some white here. And a lot of times, maybe I'll use white because I have a ton of it. And maybe I'll just use it for a backer. And just in case, I'm going to pull 2 white ones. And I really like the fact of using the white, but the Easter Bunny is definitely not white. So I'm looking at the paper and seeing if I have, because I pulled out some paper to use. I'm looking at it to use for the flower thing or lesson that I'm going to show that I'm doing. There's no lavender. The pink is a different color. wonder if, I wish I'd pull out some of the tealer colors, but this might actually work. I like the colors, so let me pull out 2 of those just in case, and I'll have the extra for later because I was going to use those for flowers, but I got more. So again, sorry for shaking you. I do really like it. I like the bunny, the eggs for the backer. I think I might have more of those, but I think it'd be too much print. So I would like to use the green, so I may just put some green grass in there because I got plenty of 8.5 by 11, and I just think the grass would be really cute. So I am going to use, I think I'm going to go ahead and use that for that. So I'm going to put my stickers up because I have so much stuff around here, and I'm trying to keep it cleaned up. It's really hard to keep things cleaned up. And I'm sorry, but if you have a clean craft room, you're not crafting. But that's me. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the top because I am going to use that for the back. I really like it. I love it. And I've been holding on to this paper for a while. So I'm just going to flip my cutting board over and trim off the paper. If you're wondering, that's by TPC Studio. It's called Easter Egg Hunt. So that's the title of the paper. A lot of times this edging will tell you what's on the back. So if you're going to Michael's or Joann's or scrapbooking shop, you'll see where this edging would have it. So, but this one doesn't. This one is not the same as the back, but it does give you an idea of the paper. So this is going to be my background. And I really like to use this for a border. So I'm going to trim that, let's say, between the green and the green at the top and the bottom. So I really like that. So I'm going to trim that off real quick. And down at the bottom. And I'm doing this for 2 sections so that I have it for both sides of the 12 by 12. It'll be basically, when I get done, it'll be 12 by 24 layout, but it'll be 2 separate sheets. So I'm going to take my extras and I'm just going to stick them over for now because maybe I can use them for pictures for a belly band. I really like this blue now that I look at it more, and I would almost like to do a background for the paper and then do like a white, but I'm almost thinking the white wouldn't be so bad for the backing. Or I could do half and half and just do that for the border. I don't know, and if I did it this way, it'd be kind of cooler. I almost like that. And save my egg paper as much as possible. Normally, I do it the opposite, but I kind of like the idea of the eggs dropping from the sky. And I say that because we have a helicopter drop here in Florida every year. Damn sugar ants. They're called oh, I forgot. I'll think of it. They're called differently here. But it's really hard for me to figure out which way I want to go. If I do this, I can't really pocket it, and I'd really kind of like to do the grass. I like that, but I also like this. And I could put like grass at the bottom, and that'll save me some of this paper. So I'm going to stick one of these over, and I'm going to do half page. So I'm going to cut these to a 6, so it'll be a 6 by 12. And I kind of like that for the cloud. I have to pop my board out. Majority of the time I don't use it for more than 5.5 inches, so I don't always pull it out. So now I have my tops, and it saves me some paper. So if I want to use the other sheet of paper and just go something like this, it's pretty, but now I really like that blue, which the blue is the lighter color here. In the squiggly lines, which I really like. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those on, but here's the thing. I'm going to pocket them, and I'm saying that because I do have things that I would like to pocket. I don't know which side it's going to be, so I'm only going to do sides and top to each one. They're not going to measure up. What is that? It's not going to be exact like wallpaper, just so you know that, because I'm not doing it. I don't think it really matters with this layout. But I clearly enjoyed being Peter Cottontail. And I may add a duck to it next year or the following year. Depends on where we end up at. We will find out this month on promotion whether, because promotion for lieutenant colonel is really, really hard to get. But I'm going to pull this down, and I'm actually going to do it down here, but it'll actually be the sky. But this way I can see it clear. I may have to trim the edge off only because I did trim it down a little bit more than what I planned. But that's okay. It'll actually make it easier to go in a scrapbook. Because I know sometimes that it can make it very difficult for you to get the pages in. And I have a really hard time doing two-dimensional. And it's not purposely. I like having dimension stuff. So I can't get as many pages into a typical 12 by 12. Well, actually, it's like 14 by 14 scrapbook. I never have enough of them. I'm starting to run out of them. So I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'll trim it here. And I may just wait to trim it until I get the borders and stuff on it, because it really doesn't matter. So this is going to be my top for both of them. I mean, I could go like this, but I kind of like this as the top for both of them. And these are going to be my borders. But again, I do like to do additional mats. And I know it might be weird, but just enough. But I'm almost thinking that I don't like that. And the orange that I have, I think is too bright that I have directly right here. See if I have something else that directly fits it. Don't know if I have any green here because I was using my other ones. And I'm saying that if I have it, because I have, man, I got a green here. Is it 12 by 12? I see that might be too much green, but there's my grass, but I don't want to use the 12 by 12. So what other color there? Orange would be great, but I don't have the color directly right here. I have plenty of the 8.5 by 11s, but I'd have to get up, and I really don't feel like it. Well, darn it. I do have this orange. Let's see if this orange will work. It's pretty bold. It's not as light as what I would like it to be. These I'm going to use for flowers. Maybe yellow, because I think orange is just, I don't know, jumps too much. And since it's kind of like a background, I kind of like that. So we'll go that way. It's kind of like the outside anyway, outside in from the Easter Bunny, since I'm going to use the blue for a sky. So I'm not even going to worry about being exact. I'm just going to eyeball it. But I am going to tape probably 3 strips. Yes, I use a lot of tape. I'm actually really anal when I'm making stuff, especially paper. I'm pretty anal about if I'm going to make something, I want it to be something permanent. So I'm going to do my best here to eyeball it. Alright, and if it's off again, I'm going to be trimming off the sides anyway. And then I'm going to do this other side so that I don't have to take it apart and cut it until it's all done. I'm going to try to do the exact edging, which is just about 1/4 of an inch. I'm pretty good about measuring pretty well with eyeballing it. I do the same thing with putting stuff on the wall. Always eyeball it. Might have 20 things to put up and I'd be wrong on one. I don't use a leveler. I got eyeballs. Okay, so now I'm going to trim. I'm just going to trim here and here because I'm not worried about it until I get the page actually together. And it depends on your philosophy whether you think that one way or the other is cutting better. Whether you think cutting this way is more clear or flipping it around and getting more of an exact edge that you like. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, is pretty level, but I'm going to trim it just a little bit. Wait a minute. Just a little bit off the bottom, huh? On this one. Just a hair. It's not so bad from eyeballing it, right? Ooh, almost cut too much. I've done that before and have to recut it and just back it with another piece. This should be pretty damn, see, not so bad. So, I'm gonna put this up. I don't really want the white right now. I'm gonna put this up. Now I'm going to put my border on, and I really am going to try to get it pretty much even, because it's still going to be a pocket, but I kind of like it more down here, but I really want the grass to show. So if I do grass, I don't want to do too much grass either, because I've done that before and it's just like too much. So I'm not going to go across except at the top, which that's going to be the top because it's going to run right over this section. And again, I'm just going to do one top, two sides. But with the top, I can do kind of a thicker layer or a double spot. And then the sides here, I can put a little thicker because I'm going to be trimming it anyway. I'll do the same thing to the other side. So this is going to be, and again, because the sides are right there, you should be able to somewhat counter measure by eyeballing it. If you guys can see, I'll put it, let me put it to right here. See where that dotted line is right there? I have to make sure. Maybe go up where the flowers are. That flower line. And I'm saying that because of the fact that I have it pretty darn thick. And I gotta hope for the best. So here's the difference here. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this and you'll see what I'm referring to. So I want to tape at the top, put a double line. And I really like how this is going. It goes with the whole outside with the green. And maybe I'll do the green more for the matting. I think it'll be great. And I could do different colors, but I think I won't. I remember I still got to go out and get that picture. So I need to get it right up against it. You know what, let me trim that off. I'd feel better if I go ahead and trim that edge off that you see here. And I'm just going to use that extra spot as a relief because I want to make sure this is done pretty good. I just throw this shit on the floor. Sorry about the language, but it's if you saw my room. So you can see if you line it up, you're going to see exactly where to put this piece. Pretty damn good. I'm good with that. And then I'm going to trim this side off. If it's slightly off, you won't see it if you do it right. So I get rid of that piece. And now I got two level sides. And with it being a little shorter, we'll make it easier to go in a layout. So there is my double page here. I think the grass I will put last. Only because I don't want to continually deal with it because I'm actually going to cut the grass. I know, right? But I think I'll make the blades a little more thicker only because if I do like the constant shredding, one, it's going to be hard to stay on. Two, it'll flip and turn and stick and fold. So I'm not going to do it that way. So now that this is basically started and completed, now I get to go to my pictures. I don't need this. This is going to go over my shoulders. So obviously I'll have 3 pictures that'll be bigger. These will be full size. And I would have done that one bigger, but I didn't feel like taking out my bigger paper. The one thing about taking out your bigger paper, you know, like 8.5 by 11, it can be more of a nightmare for it to print right, sadly. So all I'm doing is trimming and going. See, that one still has a little bit of an edge. And I'm not worried about exact, and I'm going to tell you why. And it's because I'm still going to have to custom do these. So for me, they're a lot easier just to shoot by the hip once I have them cut. So I'm going to stop here and then kind of go like this with pictures, and I'll be right back. So I have all of them cut, and I want to make sure it's recording. I have all of them cut, so all I'm going to do is for the first layer here is I'm going to back it, and then I'll be right back after cutting them, and then I'll go on to the next one. Again, they'll be like real brief, so you guys don't have to see me cutting them. Hey guys, I said it would be a lickety split. Now I have all of these with one mat, all the pictures that I have here. I will be double matting them, and I was trying to figure out exactly what color would work right. And I know I was talking to you guys just recently, of course, about it. And I don't want to do green because I kind of want to do the grass. I'll do thick, you know, blades of grass. But we have like the orange, the blue. I'm trying to think what color we don't have because we now have the white. I could do the yellow here. The pink I'm going to save for the title. I think they would pop really well with the yellow. So I'm going to the yellow orange. I'm going to do the yellow orange, and I will be right snap, like I said. And I already have the green out. All the pictures have been double matted. So I want to work on the grass. I have two colors here. I'm going to multi-layer them. And again, I'm going to try to do my best. Now remember, I have pockets here, so I got to be careful what I do. And I'm going to cut them at the same time. And this is just going to be hand cut. Nothing dramatic. Nothing fancy. So, let's see. I can individually cut them. But again, I don't want them to be the same size, and I could do the whole fringe thing, but I'm not going to because I don't want to do that kind of work. And then again with the pockets, it will get stuck. So I just want to do some big, some large. Maybe put a line of green at the bottom of it so that it looks like more grass, kind of like the grass needs to be mowed. And then some skinny ones here. And I'm doing two different colors because one, it's in the eggs, and two, it'll give it more dimension. So I'm going to do a fat one here. I could put like a dandelion, but I get where I think too much and I put too much detail in, so that's kind of the problem when you're doing stuff. I don't want, see, I'm going to try to do different sizes. They don't have to be perfect because grass is not perfect. Otherwise, we would have a lot easier time mowing. So I'm going to try to use these other ones too. So I'm going to probably individually, obviously, put them in one at a time. And I probably, even though I'm going to give it some dimension with the two colors, I'm probably just going to sit and stick them straight down. That way when I put stuff in like the advertisement invite letter that I do, and if you guys want to see that, I'm pretty sure I have that on my Facebook page. I always have to try to block out my address. I'm sure you guys understand. I think I'll do a... If you guys are wondering, I did take a 2-day gap from this, and you guys can see because I had my nails redone. If you remember in the last video, it was driving me crazy. I kept feeling like my nails were going to come off. I couldn't take it no more. I love that they know me going in there. Okay, so I have some here. And I'm going to do another snap and come right back. Okay, well, I got some cuts, so I'm going to try to get all of one side done. And then I'm going to snap again and try to finish that out. So, you know what? I'm not going to use paper, and you'll see what I'm referring to. I am going to, here's my glue pen. try to stick it to the glue pen. Otherwise, I know I put them up. I put them over here. Alright, let's see how much I have left in this one. So, since they're both going up and down, I'm only going to use one. You wonder why my mat needs cleaned, because it is dirty, because I use a lot of glue. So, I'm just going to do some of this. When I get to it, I'm going to put a couple of them down. I'll do a couple pieces at a time. And again, they're irregular shape. I use the negative and positive to it. I'm not going to do quite on the edge yet because I want to, and I'll probably have to pull up some of this because I haven't put the pictures down, and I may put some, over it, like on top. Let me put this one out because I can always trim it. I can always go through and trim it. Let's do it that way. It'll be a lot faster. And this is going to drive me crazy. Let's get some regular glue. I just had it and it fell. That's what fell. It's going to drive me crazy sitting doing all of them like that. Even if I got off here and did it real quick. That's why I pulled this. Because I'm going to use these anyway. Put some glue out. I'll hit them all up. I actually keep these. I get these from Tuesday Morning, and I keep them because it's easy to refill. And I'll buy just basically Elmer's glue, even though Elmer's does have like a pen. And I'll just trim them down. So some of them are on top. I'll put this one, if I can, underneath it. It's a lot faster than using a pen constantly. And again, I don't want it to be any more than almost like peaks and valleys, and I need more glue. And this is the one that Elmer's makes. I don't know how much I got in that one. I don't think I have any real shinies. Yeah, you guys will say the other words. But I do have Mod Podge. It is still glue. So we're just going to keep going on this. Plastic, because paper sometimes won't get too porous and hold it too tight, but you do have to worry about like excess glue either way. I actually still recommend that you guys, and I'm not worried about going over the edge because I can trim it down. It's not a big deal. I do not recommend any, well, let me phrase that. I recommend you watering this glue down because it is technically potent, but I don't have any water. I need to bring in some water in here. And it's not going to matter whether it's underneath or not. Pull it through. Y'all wonder why my hands never stay clean. And why I use gel. Now there might be some pictures that go down over this. So there might be enough here to do both pages. We'll see. Like I said, I didn't want to make it realistic with grass. I'd rather make it unrealistic and larger than life, kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Which, if you guys don't know, and if you've been to Disney, they took it out to put Star Wars Land in. Which is not quite ready to open. They might open it this fall, if I'm right. And if you guys have followed me on Facebook, you know I got new tickets to go again. Season passes, so I'll be doing some giveaways on my craft page, random challenge giveaways, again with Disney stuff. So if you're not on my craft page, I do recommend it. It will be in the, I might do June, because I know I'm going to be doing a character one, which may be exactly what I do with that. And obviously you can see that I'm going back and forth on the colors for more of a dimension, and you might see me, make sure that's off the edge. You might see me put a couple of the same on both sides. I have a lot of already pre-made die cuts, and I might pull some of those in, because I was thinking in between my snap here, I was actually thinking of some bugs that I could put a few bugs, but I wouldn't want to do that until the end. If I have enough of them, like butterflies and stuff, I might use them for photo corners. But I was also thinking photo corners. I haven't done photo corners in a long time. So I thought that would be interesting to do. This is kind of, they almost remind me of the Sorry game pieces. I was trying not to get it on this edge, but oh well. Again, larger than life pieces, which is what I wanted. So, how are you guys? I haven't really, and it's not that I purposely don't get on here. I just get busy sometimes, and I've been working on the yard, and then with my hip. I had that injection last Thursday, and I'm telling you, I got so excited. I was dancing on the weekend in my garage, and dancing to some of my old routine dances from back in the day. And on the second dance, I felt it rip. Even though that I've had the injection, I feel it. I'm screwed. Now, if I have more than what I need for the next page, and again, I'm leaving this one, I might actually do some layers, some extra layers for more dimension, just because it's 2 colors. I just think it could still use some, need some glue on that side. I can use some extra dimension. Does not hurt. Okay, so I'm going to stick this over because I have to worry about a centerpiece. So this will end up being my right side. So let's do the left. It's just an extra little detail that comes out really nice. So that'll be a light green. So I'll have to go to dark green because I want an overlap for that one piece so that it looks continuous. And I need some more glue. I haven't been on here to do a real lesson in a while for you guys. I need to go live with you guys. I know I am planning to do my cruise. Maybe I'll start setting up for that rather than to do all of them pre-recorded, because I got 2 scrapbook albums to do. And these will be from my cruise, which I will get that video up in the next couple of days of my entire cruise. The little videos and pictures, though, I will warn you that it will be long. I've been saying I was going to do it. It's there on my cloud. I just haven't done it yet. So, I think you guys will like it. And if you're thinking about going on a cruise, it was my first cruise, but we'd been talking about it for 10 years about going and saving it for our 25th anniversary. But he did promise, because I'm going to become a cruiser is what they call them. I definitely want to be a cruiser. Oh my goodness. I've met a lot of people on the cruise. End up being miscongeniality, basically. Me and this guy named Steve. We got into talking to everybody. My husband gets mad because I have no problem talking to people. That's why I talk to myself with you guys, because technically, even though I'm talking to you guys, I'm still talking to myself, which is insane, right? That's funny. My daughter was asking me one time about, she never understands why artists will always listen to their music over and over. And I said, well, I could tell you that. I can clearly tell you that. If you guys do videos here on YouTube, I will go back and see if I did it right, if I was missing something, if I could correct or be better on video. Not that I want to hear myself. That's contrary to the fact. I have no interest in literally hearing myself, but well, I guess so. I mean, I'm hearing myself now. Ironic, right? Yeah, well, it is what it is. Let's do a... See, I'm running out of glue again. See why I say I do the plastic? Paper will start sticking. I could stick some closer to the bottom. Hopefully I have enough. And it was just out of that one sheet, and I only used like half of that 8.5 by 11. Or maybe just a little more than a half. That should be enough glue, more than enough. And see, it doesn't matter on that plastic. I'm going to be taking it apart anyway, because we're going to use those. They coordinate with the Easter egg, but they also look like an Easter egg. They're like the ovals. They're not exactly Easter egg, you know, shape, but they're close. They're, I don't know if they were clearanced out or I bought them because they were, whatever, but I'll have to use some like a magic marker. I have some colored ones, but more likely I may or may not use that because I tend to like to go towards. Let me put this over one, a thicker one for there. Let me get this. Make sure it's all the way up. Fills in that spot there. So I'm curious about you guys crafting. I know some of you might be new to scrapbooking, stamping. It's kind of almost, and if you guys have been doing scrapbooking a long time, you're either a diehard scrapbooker or there's a lot of them that a lot of my followers and now friends that kind of pulled out of it because of the time consumption, and you start realizing it truly is a dedication. And I say that because I still have 40 years, and you guys have seen me do a lot of scrapbook layouts, but even if I sat every day and did 10 layouts, it's still going to be years. I met a woman who was like 50-some years old here on YouTube, and we got into talking, and she told me it took her 2 years solid to get all of her scrapbooking down to where she was finally caught up to her grandkids. And I'm just going, that's some dedication, lady. I mean, we all have things going on, so it's kind of just, it's really just my hobby. Okay, I'm going to save that for in between the two, left and right. So, I don't know. I guess the extra when it dries a little bit. And I'll do like a little snappy snap thing again. It almost looks like seaweed, right? Let's take this one. It's more of a corner one. See, I told you I probably had just a little too much glue. I think I have an extra envelope to take it out of the plastic. So I got my grass on. Let me stick this over. This is gonna drive me crazy sticky. And I have extra grass. Look at that. I didn't even need to cut anymore because I told, wait, this one. I actually cleaned up my floor in between all of this. Not clean, but I did sweep it. And if you guys know me, if you saw my floor, which I got a bunch of, right now I have a bunch of spray adhesive on my floor, which is driving me crazy. Now this should cover that spot so where you won't see so much. I think it was more level on the other side, and I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to use my cutting board, of course, to split them apart and trim the ends. But that will, actually I'll probably use a pair of scissors for this part. Scoot it over a little bit. If it's not exact, I don't really care, because when you split the page and a sleeve, and I have a lot of people that ask me why I do that, and it's because I make scrapbook pages for me. I rarely do minis. You will see me do them, but I rarely do minis. And 99% of the time they're going to be for everybody else, but if you have not seen my anniversary album, you really should. Everybody sees it, and my husband actually cried because I put a lot of work in it. Now see, watch me trim off those edges. I mean, you may not see it because it's off the side, and I don't think you want to see. You always see me cutting, unless it's something you want exact measurement. That's gone. So now I got straight grass, like the ground. Okay, so let me flip this over, and I have a side edge to do on that, which is like the center there. Oh no, that's the edge of the paper on the left side. And again, cuts off the edging. Now remember, I gotta cut that. That's the right side, not left. And I'm gonna try to get exactly on that line for this one. All right. You wonder where I put all the paper. I just fling it on the floor. So we now know that this is, and I put this over just extra paper here, just in case I want it. I do have paper over here that's the color of the pink eggs that I'm going to use for the title. So this is now my scrapbooking pages, which I really like. I think it's coming out really nice. And now comes the pictures, and it's all a matter of puzzle piecing. And I do know that I have some pictures that I want highlighted, which are those. And then my garage door, if I can find it. So those are going to be my main pictures. There it is. Everybody else is just going to be like the icing. So, I mean, oh crap. I got to do something else before I do that. I have to trim down. Actually, if I can pull it up. Yeah, let me pull them up. It gives them some more dimension. Because they're not going to totally stick, I don't think. And if they do, I'll just snap them. Most of these didn't totally take, so I could still give it some dimension here. And putting pictures over it anyway, so some of them could be a little raffled. Not too much. Actually, no, I don't want it. Because I've had them stick up before on other grass that I've done, and it drove me crazy. That's all right. I gave the grass a mow. I mowed the grass. On the sides, I'm not so worried about it. But remember, I have my pocket underneath it. I really only need one pocket, but I always like to put extra stuff in there. And I know that sounds weird, extra pockets, but you never know when you're going to put something extra, and if you're going to, you just don't know. Let's see. Push up underneath. If it drives me crazy too much, like I said, I'll go in and I will mow the grass some more. That's all right, I'll put a picture there. All right, so going back to this, now we got to figure out where I'm going to put the pictures. My machine's over here. I have the machine close because I'm going to be doing the lettering on that. I always have alphas, but this one I wanted to go completely custom, which I always do that because a lot of my stuff is already pre-made. So I want to put, you know, the bunny, because the bunny is all about the Peter Cottontail, which I was Peter Cottontail. So I kind of like to have the pre-set up. I kind of like this. Now remember, if I'm going to do this, because of the fact that I pocketed it, and you guys understand what I mean, that I put a pocket to it, that I have to make sure I don't tape underneath this one from the bottom down, so I can still use it for pocket. But this one, and I'm just going to go with what I just did, because I do so many layouts that sometimes I can be exact, and then a lot of the times I can be very organic, which means free flow. And I'm going to try to put this, okay, this is the top. I'm only going to go right here. Put a little extra on this one. Now this is where I got to be kind of careful to make sure I don't tape. Don't totally tape, because this one can go right on the edge. How far down does that tape go? All right. Going by the flowers up here. Right here. And the way I did it is to where the double matte lines right up with this one. Now this is the central focus. The centerpiece is the ad that I put up on my garage door. I really love using my garage door for that. And it actually works out to almost exactly, I'm going to pull it up, almost exactly the border there. Now, this is the fun part, because I can actually stick this one over for now that I now know where it's going to go. And now I can have some fun with some pictures. We're going to lay these out. And I could put them in order, but it doesn't really matter to me. And again, I do still have to think about spacing, because this is now going into a collage. That's why I did so many smaller pictures. I don't want to cover up the bunny. Yeah, and I know I cover up some of the, I gotta be careful where I put this one, because I have to put it underneath it, because it's got to be open. It's going to cover up some of the stuff, and I know that, but it's not the point of the layout. It's all about, like, the backing and the dimensions. So I'm just randomly putting them in. I got glue on my fingers. It's going to drive me crazy. We all love doing this. Come on, you know we do. I have to get up. I might have to take a break in between some of this, because I got to go make my lunch his dinner. He works very early in the morning. Yeah, let me see if I want to maybe put a larger picture in. But again, I can only do the top, because of the fact that I need to keep it pocketed. And I know I'm going to be using one pocket. But I can tell you, I almost forgot. I got a little letter from one of the kids. He ran home and wrote the Easter Bunny a little letter. It says, "I love you, Easter Bunny." Mom was crying. She's like, "Thank you." I'm like, "You're welcome." I love kids. Again, I have to make sure when I do this, I got to understand that I have to watch the lining of the pictures at the same time. The pocket. And the pocket's almost going to be like teeth. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like teeth on a zipper, where it works together. But again, these layouts are not meant for the public. Though if somebody wants to sit and look at them if they come to visit, I sit with them, because I have to see how it is? Still pocketed, like the teeth. So there'll be a lot of pictures between the two. Now, the other one I left open. Obviously, you saw that, so that I can put a lot more in there. And because Easter Bunny's open on this side, and I can do a full one there. And if you guys haven't, I do have a video on how to do my tape. It's actually one of my more popular videos. I do it fairly quickly when I'm not doing the video, but I share the tricks. I can actually throw this away. It'll go everywhere. Instead of throwing that one on the floor. But I gotta get some tape. And where's it at? Oh, that one's empty. Don't need that. Don't need that. There's a roll, right? Oh, slid between my fingers. You'd think because it's tape it would stick, but it's not sticky on the side. I have little envelopes. All right. I'm going to go really fast on this because I don't want to waste any time. You guys want to slow it down, but again, I have a video that explains everything. It's funny because my video was like the first one out there. And people started copying and they get more hits. And I'm like, oh, damn it, that ain't right. But, you know, some people do giveaways constantly and they do it for people to follow. I got glue stuck on my finger. It's still coming off. But they do it for followers so they get hits and get paid for videos. And I don't do that. I don't care. I mean, I care about you guys, but I don't like trolls. And I have issues for those who troll for just prizes and hope that they win. And then, and I've had this issue. And they play that card that I don't have anything. And some people don't, but a lot of people are full of crap. And I have found that out, especially from somebody I was friends with. And she had a whole craft room with stuff. Whether it was all new or not, she had plenty. But I have run into other people like that. And it's one of the reasons why I don't do, if I do one here on YouTube, it's very rare. And I usually put it out to those who are already on my page. And yes, if you did not know that, I can check and see if you're already on my YouTube channel. If you did not know that. I'm trying to line it all up to where they're seamless, at least on as much as I can. And when I say seamless, where it's all like that. I started trying to pick off glue. It's driving me crazy. Though it's fun. See, come on now. Think I can get it off in one piece. Or as big as much as I can. It's like peeling skin. This you can keep doing this one so you don't get hurt. You know what? You should just kind of put something like a contest like that. Look at that piece. And just kind of glue somebody's shoulders and back and see who can get the biggest piece off. Make it a contest. That should be a good one for a family reunion. Then whoever does it gonna itch all day. But they're sticking to the tape, that's why. I want to peel it off real quick. It's driving me crazy. Get off as much as I can because it is sticking to the tape and ruining what I just stuck with tape. Alright, it's good enough, I guess. I'll try one more time. Alright. Alright, so once I get these pictures on, the whole thing will go fairly fast. And I don't want to totally cover up what I did on this side. So maybe I should leave this part. Oh my goodness. I'll put this one over and my matte sticky, so I don't want to put that on it. Let's work on this side. So I can stick as many as I can. And I can always put more in on that one. Now this is free range on this one, obviously, because there's, and I'm just going to randomly start sticking them. There's nothing big on this side. And I'm just going to randomly stick them. I'm just going to have a little fun with them. I wish I can hear y'all talk because that would be great. I probably didn't have to do all these pictures, but I love everybody. It's the reason why I have to go in and I can't always just straight print pictures. See, there it is, more coming up. Oh, I forgot about this finger, that's why. Ooh, it's a big one. Alrighty. I think I could put, nope. I want something small, but not that. Go with that one and just keep going. And I could close one pocket off. Maybe I should just do one pocket. I should just do that. Never know. Yep, I'm just going to close one pocket off because I only need one. That's where I said you just never know, but it leaves that option open. And just start sticking them down. There is a lot of pictures here. Oh, I love that one. Isn't that cute? It's funny because the kids were laughing. I pretended to be snoring and the parents are laughing and the kids are going, "It's funny, man, the Easter Bunny fell asleep on me." Is it sort of off or really off? Let's slightly pull it up over this way. I see sometimes I can be anal. Cutie pie, right? Leave some options because I have some smaller one. Yeah. And sometimes they're collages, sometimes they're just straight dedicated for a few pictures. And if you guys do scrapbooking, then you totally understand what I'm talking about. Depends. I mean, a lot of people only do a few pictures, but this is like my first year of being the Easter Bunny. I added it to our collection. So I see I'm getting them done a little faster. That's also one of my favorites, right? Super cute. I'm going to put that more in the center of the page. I was taken by my neighbor. So I always leave it open if they want to bring their pets. We've had several. If you go back and look at some of them from, and if I have too many, then I don't have to use them. That's the thing. I'm trying to make sure I have all the kids in here. Put this one more down here, over here, because I have the corner of it that there's nothing on it. This is why I tried to cut them down as much as I could and why they're all irregular shaped. Because of the corners here. And that's the reason why I have the picture of just the, I don't really want to cover that one. It's not in the corner. I could and put it down underneath it and lift it up. Let me do that. It's his dog anyway. It's kind of like a slideshow, right? I stick this one down underneath. It's like a slideshow, like on a computer. It just keeps evolving. See, I'm going to stick that one over. I really want this one up there. Put that one up a little higher. Put it over. I think I can work this out. I might flip-flop over to the other side now. See, look how cute. I'm just in love with those kids next door. I really am. This one cracked me up. I really do love the kids here. They're just wonderful. And the parents that I have, they're like, I can't believe you do all this. I have people ask me all the time, why would you do this? Your kids are full grown. And I said, because now I can. And I don't know how long I'll be able to do it, but I am going to enjoy it as long as I can. I don't think I have a really smaller one, so I wonder if I can put... Oh, I have two small ones here. Let's put that one up underneath that one. Pull that edging out. More of a dimensional thing. Because the top doesn't really matter. Pull it up as high as I can. See? And then I have this smaller one. Do I have a fat one? Oh, there's one over here hanging out. I think I have a fat one, see? I'm going to put this fat one more to the corner here. Because remember, if you actually stick them together, which if somebody was just buying it that way, and I don't do that because of the fact that I pocket things, and even know that I might make them interactive, I just don't like to do that. And this one, let's stick this page over because it's really collaged out. I still have some room over here. And again, I have to remember there's a pocket. And now I'm going to put the kids up here. These are my babies. I love these kids. They're so cute. I'm not going to mention their names, but I want to. Something a different shape. I can't cover that up. Oh, that covers up a kid. It still covers up something. Let's see. If I did this one a little lower, I'm going to put that one up here too. Yeah, let me put that one there. It's small enough. I'll figure it out as I go. Kind of the point. Because I originally wanted to do the whole bunny face on the layout, but realized I was going to have too many pictures. And I know I already have like this one similar to that. So if I don't get that one in, it's okay. Did I already get a huggy from the kids? So just in case I can't get that one in, that one's not and I'm pretty sure I already have one like this one. Yeah, so if I don't get that one in, I don't think I have any of the gather. I love the ones of me and my husband. You coming over and talking to the bunny? Are you okay? My head was so hot. I'm actually going to buy a different head. It's too hot, and it's not where I want it. So see, I was able to squeeze in another one. And again, it still leaves me the teeth, the pocket. And that leaves me some more here. I really like to put the parents in here. I know it's crazy that you don't always, you know, see what is, I can put that one all the way up. What is actually in the background. And again, it's all about dimension. And you just don't know how it's going to work out. That's, see, I put that one there. I also want to put the parent in. Still trying to figure that out. I can put that down underneath. See, it just works out. You just keep working it. Now I gotta lift this one up. Figure that out. Make sure I don't cover up the kids. See, it works. Not quite sure how I'm going to put the wording on it yet. Don't know. Let's see how this is going to work. I may do this. 'Cause I can do that. That still leaves. I don't know if I have her in there for a single picture too. Just keep working it through. Pull this back. That seems off, doesn't it? Is it just me? I'm all about being off a little bit, but that just seems... Alright. That makes me feel better. Yeah, looks better. I can put that one. I don't like covering the bunny itself. Or me. It's Peter. See? Free photo with Peter Cottontail, March 31st, 2018, 5 to 6. Hip, hip, hooray. Hooray. I don't want to cover it up, not just because of me, but because I literally almost want to switch that picture out. I may do that. Move that one up. Let's move this one up. Then I'll push it down. This is not semi-permanent tape. It is permanent tape. And I can put this one. The other two I basically already have pictures of. And I can put this down here. And look, I got everything on there. The other two are basically duplicates, just slightly different. So, not a big deal. But I did. My husband was my photographer this time. Normally it's truly me. I think I'm trying to get it to where it's exactly. So I'm trying to keep it at that white line, but it covers my husband, but tis is, tis is. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to do that. It's the only way it's gonna work. I can get it out just a little up under that edge so it still gives that not on one piece, but so now you got all of this, and I know it's a lot, but it was a great day. I'm gonna take a quick break. It's gonna be another snap. It'll be nothing for you guys, and I'll stick these pictures over and give them to the parents. But I'm going to snap. And I'm going to come back and figure out how I'm going to put hip hip hooray. Or hop on over is what I'm going to do. So it may be split like hot. This may be O and N. And I may, you know, like H, maybe an O some here, or hop here on, and then figure out everything else. But I know I can't do big lettering, and maybe I will pull out my, no, I don't want to. I don't want to pull out my alphas because it won't match. So I'm going to take a quick break, and see, I don't even have to put glitter glue on because it is glittery. So those are my layouts. I will come back and I will put the alphas on, and then maybe a few little bugs just to give it a little more of a dimension. Now that they're all on here, I'm going to leave them and push them down more. But it's going to be a snap. Again, it was a snap, but it's been a day or two because I was trying to get back to it. I went through my stickers in my Easter box, and I decided I'm going to use these for little tags to put underneath. And it'll probably be underneath here, so that I can put little information on, maybe just a couple of them. So I'm going to stick that over. But I found my little bunnies that I'm going to use. I went looking through a lot of them, and it didn't really fit with the whole scene here. So I thought, well, I'm going to stick one bunny here and a bunny this way. I'm not going to put a whole lot on it because of the fact that's going to be on this side, because it's already busy, obviously, because of all the collage concept going on here. So I'm going to be careful not to cover up Peter Cottontail, and I want it to go all the way down. And then I'm going to do this one backwards because it's glittery. But you know, I am the glitter queen. I will probably put glitter on it anyway. And I got another project that I'm working on, so I'm going to be recording that one in between this one. I will be going live this week. So I got the two bunnies there. I'm going to move this over so we can get to this one. Put that over. And I'm thinking like a bunny here, because it won't interfere so much. Because if I put it, you know, putting it right there isn't so bad either. It doesn't cover her up so much. So I'm going to put some, got some tape going on the other side. And the little lesson that I'll be doing is on some thank you cards for the image swap. So I can't show it, I can't post it until after everybody gets their stuff. I need to get those out. A box to my daughter. I'm going to keep them kind of close together. So I'm going to put a little glitter glue, and I'm going to stick this aside for now. I may go ahead and, let me see if I got a piece of white here. Let me go ahead and do a couple of these. I just want, because I can cut around it, just put a few of them on. Trying to not use as much as possible. When I snap my fingers again, I know it sounds silly. I probably already have these back, so I'm just going to cut these off, cut around them. So I'm going to fussy cut that. Now I can easily make some on my machine, but I have it. I'm going to use it. So I'm going to put a little glitter glue on these bunnies, and I'm going to do a little blue on this one, because this one's already got glitter on it. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more than these. I could do the eyes. I can go back and do the eyes. All of them are blue eyes. And then by the time I come back, these will be dry, and I'll have another lesson up. Not really a lesson, but a share. Now I can put these up to dry while I work on another plan here. So we got one that's got a purple tie on the other one. And with me using, I could have put a little on their cheeks too. Put some on their eyes. Let's put some little cheeks. Let's give some of the cheeks some love. So I see me and my glitter glue. Might as well do the fluffy tail. Just little details. Not a whole lot of room to do much more. Like I said, I may end up putting some bugs. It's already busy. I'm gonna put this one over to dry. Yep, one of my eggs dropped, though it didn't break. Funny, right? No, I'm not that funny. It's funny because my husband says, my husband doesn't think I'm funny. I think he's just been around me too much. So, I'm going to leave my bunnies alone because everything else has glitter on it. That is sort of disappointing. So I'm going to come back, and when it's dry, I'll either put some of the eggs here on, but I need to do the lettering, which is going to be cut out on my machine, which is a Brother Design and Cut. And I'm going to, because of course I'm going to show you how to make that. But in between that, I'm going to do a lesson, and I always got stuff going on. I'm also going to do an ATC. I have several videos on that. I posted the link on them from years ago. But I do have a swap going on, and if you'd like to join me, go ahead and come over to the Facebook page and sign up underneath the tag video that's at the top. I'll be right back for the layout. I will get back to pulling those up. But the reason why I picked this particular paper, this metallic sheen paper, is because, and I'm doing videos in between all of this too, is because I, one, had it, and two, it matched the color of some of the eggs, which I know I'm not going to do that because the layout is very big. Not so much big, but very busy. So I'm not going to need this. I'll put that over. Might use it in another project that I'm working on. I'll put this over. I think I'm really only going to need this much. Pretty sure. So I'm going to put this aside. I have some stuff out to make live here on YouTube. So I'm going to put my machine on. It's connected. I need to get another mat. So I know that this is 9 inches. And I'm only going to do probably 2-inch letters. With metallic sheen paper, you've got to be careful. You've got to have a very sticky mat. And to cover my behind, I'm going to actually heat it up a little bit so it stays down. I did this before when I did my mom's pattern and designs graphic 45 volumes. I did 2 months in each one. She had 6 volumes. If you want to go back, it was like 2 years ago. So that is ready to go, and I'm just going to use the basic format. The basic format that's already built into the software, the Canvas Brother Canvas software that's online. I'm trying to get to my computer because my husband put a TV in this room. Turn off the light. In this room, and I'm trying to get where I can put my computer on it so that I can, there it is. They're probably going to ask me to sign in. Dun, da, da, da. Every time I tell it to remember me. Maybe it won't. My projects. Alright, it's going to make me it's going to make me sign in, which means I have to go off a camera here. So it's Canvas Workspace from brother.com. I get tired. Okay, gotta sign in. Stick with me. I just don't like giving people my information. Can't see me. Haha. Sometimes I forget. I think I put it on a little piece of paper over here, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know where. I put it to where I could see it. I had to go looking and had to find it. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit better. So I'm going to start a new project. And I'm going to put the wording on it. Checking out what I have up here. Okay, so I'm going to go to basic. And I have 9 by 6 on here. Oh, I'm going to go back. Text. And I don't want to make it big. I do want to put something interesting. Hop on over. What did I use? What lettering did I use outside? Trying to think. I want to keep it big and thick, but at the same time not so big and thick. Let's just go with the standard lettering. And then I'm going to go in and put hop on. I'm going to do that different lettering. The lowercase on that. Over. Okay. Because I want it to stay within the 9-inch. I want to make it a lot smaller. Go a little smaller. If it'll let me. Come on now. Yeah, that's probably good. I'm going to move it just slightly. Pull it up. I don't like to use my paper any more than I have to when it comes to metallic. See, it says hop on over just like the picture. And then I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to save it. I'll save it here in a minute. Now it's going to transfer it over to the software because you have to hit that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit the brother and it's going to pop up. I'll probably have to sign in. Make sure it doesn't pull up my actual information. No offense, guys. Hit load data. You heard it. Now it was clicking over to receive. And then it's already up here. So I'm going to go down here and select. Cut. Done. Now. Ow. My junk drawer. I'm going to make sure this is in the machine. And then I'm going to cut it. I went with this rather than basic outfits because it does match. Basically what I did on the website. You can see by the little line on here where it's getting closer to the end. Because you can start it and stop it and resume. So it is done. Let me put my machine over. Because I may or may not use it for another project. I'm going to put this over, pull this off. And that's exactly what I was hoping for. So now I can put this over my scrap. And I'm going to look for my spatula. I have several. I don't know if I'm going to use my Cricut. I guess I don't know where the one is. There it is. I have Cricut spatulas. Dogs aren't allowed in here, Jeff, and you know it. I know it's not as large as I would like it to be. Put the lettering over here. I'll put her out later, Jeffrey. You know better. You know I'm recording too, and don't pull that again. back in, but I stuck it again. I need to get more of my glue. I miss the Crafter's Companion. Of course, I had to use, I learned that the blue tape and the green frog tape doesn't work, but I found medical tape does. I actually have a video on that. So I'm going to stick to the smaller word this time because the pictures kind of work for it. So I'm going to pull those over. And I really, because it's already on here, you guys can see that. Put this over a little bit so where you can see it. Maybe hop. Where's my pee? Pee-pee. Where you can still see. And I think I will put the two together for the center of the page again when I do the page. Where's my glue pins? It's still prevalent to where you can see it at the same time. It doesn't overcome the pictures. Let that go. Flip it over. And I hope you guys can see me. I'm going to put it right here. Again, so it doesn't overwhelm the page like the pictures, as I said. You just didn't see it. I'll show you here again in a second since you didn't see. And I don't mind them sitting for a second. The paper's porous, that's the only problem. Let's see if I can pull my tweezers back out. Where'd you go? Maybe I still have it out. There they are. Put it right here. The reason why I said that it is prevalent, you can still see it without it overwhelming like the pictures. Sticking to the title of what the garage door was. Now I'm going to go over, and we'll put on here in a minute, but I want to go over and put over and out. So I'm going to glue those, flip them over. That's the funny part. I'm going to flip them over because I'm going to use the word over. Remember, it's porous, so you gotta kind of work fast. You have a little bit of time. Most of the time, it's actually blue when it comes over. Oh. But again, so now I'm going to put the two pages together and do the on. Maybe not so much. It's kind of off to the side here, so let's see if I can get it more centered so I know where to put it then. Yeah, I'll put this one over. And what you're not going to see on here is the fact that I will be putting the little pieces in pockets. or the advertisement I put in the mailboxes. Because of my address on it. Hopefully I got it right. Oh, hop on over, and there's the layout. I don't want to do any more because it's already constantly busy here, but I got all the pictures that I wanted on it with a few extras. And again, I have the pocket. It's like teeth. It was like teeth. So I have to make sure I get the tape off of that. But even if that, I'll just make them non-sticky. If I make them non-sticky. Keep in mind if it's a little sticky, but the ad will be underneath it. Your fingers help, but it still gets sticky. Slide a little bit here. And then I'm going to put that little letter from Darius, who said, "I love you, Easter Bunny," on a little letter he ran home to write. So there's a layout, and I'm going to post a few pictures after this.